For mortgage advice tailored towards your individual needs, contact PGB Mortgages today. Let them guide you through your home buying journey. Contact details are in the description. Okay, so I've been meaning to make this video for a while now, but this is a video that I really want to make, and it's called Know Your Worth. Know your worth, because it's easy to get lost in the sauce in life. It's easy to forget your worth when you're out here chasing. But I really want to touch upon this topic because it's something that we all struggle with from time to time. It could be in relationships, it could be with friendships, it could be with work, it could be with business, it could be a myriad of reasons, but it always comes down to knowing your worth. What do you bring to the table? Is that being recognized? And if not, then it's definitely time to take action. We all know deep down when our worth is not being valued and appreciated. And it's very, very often that your value and worth is appreciated at the start of any type of relationship. But what you'll find is a lot of the time people will gradually get used to the worth that you bring, and their appreciation for it will go lower and lower and lower until what you bring to the table becomes an expectation as opposed to an appreciation. And when that happens, it's down to you to take your value and your worth off the table. And it's not in an immature way. Now, how can we stop, prevent and slow this down? Because it's inevitable that, you know, what you bring to the table, when there's a novelty to it, people are going to really appreciate it. But eventually it's not going to stay like here forever. But you know, it might drop down here, which is fine. But once it starts going here, you'll get that feeling in your stomach that you're bringing this to the table and people are not appreciating it. So the way that you can kind of prevent that is to constantly assess the people around you and say, are these people appreciating me? You know, is your partner appreciating you? Are your friends appreciating you? Are your family appreciating you? Are your business partners appreciating you? And I don't mean in a sort of calculated way. And if you feel you're being appreciated, then there's no need to do this. But if you get that little feeling in your stomach or you get that feeling that you're not being appreciated, it's time to make an assessment. So when you feel that something's off in any type of relationship, you should come back to the point of, are you being appreciated? Is your partner appreciating what you bring to the table? And I don't mean like getting down on their knees and saying, I appreciate you so much, Jordan. I don't mean that, and I don't want that, and neither should any of you. But I just mean, you know, you are a contributor into the relationship. You're both trying to create something together. And a simple respect, simple interest, simple, you know, letting the other person know what's going on. You know, if these things aren't happening, if you're providing money, I'm just saying as an example, no specific situation, but say you're providing money, say you're providing emotional support, say you're providing any other type of support, not coming to my mind right now early in the morning, but say you're bringing all types of support, and this person is treating you like an option, or this person is treating you like, oh, okay, like, yeah, that's an expectation, when you should never expect anything of anyone. Then, or not that you shouldn't expect anything of anyone, but in terms of, you should definitely show a level of appreciation, you know. So that could literally just be in the form of respect. You know, I'm not someone who does things and expects something back. I will not buy someone something and say, now you have to buy me something. But, you know, politeness, respect, you know, that's what I'm talking about. So are you being treated poorly and still expected to bring it all on the table? Because if so, then it's time to assess that situation. You know, is your friend, are you always the one that's doing all the driving? Are you always the one that's paying for everything when you go out because your friend's broke? That's one thing. We all have challenging circumstances sometimes. But is that person disrespecting you? Is that person talking to you poorly in front of other people, but respecting you to your face? I've had that before. You know, I've had that before with a friend before. Is this person, the minute there are new friends on the scene, is that person leaving you to the side? You know, I've had that before. So you have to assess when something's wrong. You don't have to assess when things are going right, but you have to assess when things are going wrong. Are these people appreciating you? Not in terms of getting down on their knees, but just in terms of, are they showing you respect? Are they showing you the decency that any human being should show to another human being? And the minute you realize that's not the case, I'm not saying you have to cut these people off. You know, we're all imperfect, we're all learning, we're all growing. But it's definitely time to maybe have a talk with that person, give that person a chance. And if that person doesn't show any improvement, then it's definitely time to either cut that person off or lower them down the list of people that you talk to. Or if it's a business partner, maybe you want to pull out that business deal. Because once the pattern is established where you can be disrespected, that's harder to change. So I would definitely always know what you bring to the table. If you know what you bring to the table, if that's not being appreciated, if that's not being respected, don't be afraid to pull back from an individual, or don't be afraid to cut an individual off, because sometimes we get lost in the sauce and sometimes we forget we're human beings too. You know, we're here to live our life. You know, we're here to live our life. We want to be happy as well. We want to feel fulfilled, and it's draining. You know, it can be draining when you are doing all you can for an individual, or you're pulling the weight in a business partnership, or you know, you're at work and you're the one doing all the work. It can be draining when it's a one-way street, and you shouldn't have to do it. You shouldn't have to do it. So know your worth. I think that's an important one when it comes to relationships, friendships, business deals, or business partners, and work, or any other situation. Because I know what it's like to be on the short end of something, and it's not good. So make sure you know your worth. Let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video. If you appreciate my work and want to leave a donation, there's a link for that in the description. With that, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.